Say something.
Hey.
Hi, Grace.
Your turn. You say something.
Hi. How's Grace?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, same.
Number 30. Wait, I can't say the number yet because I got to do the rhyming thing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
We're
You ready to do it? Should we just chat a little bit or should we start this show?
Man, let's start the show. It's Monday night. It's 7:30. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Grace, it was a busy weekend and I need a day or two to feel restored. Let's talk about why on episode 30 forward.
I'm Eric, Idiot Runner Kosek.
And I'm Grace, Hot Pants Langheim. Eric is all business in the front of the pack, and I am all about the party in the back.
That's right, business up front and party in the back. Together, we are the Running Mullet.
And we are going to talk about every aspect of running, the podium to the DNF and everything in between.
If you are a runner, this show is for you. Now sit back, get out your foam roller, and enjoy the party.
Oh, man. Hey, Grace, that's a nice hat you got on.
Why, thank you, Eric. Do you have any questions about my hat?
Yeah, what is it? I don't understand what the emblem is. Tell me about it, Grace.
Why, thank you for asking me about my hat. That was not staged. Just so you know. No, I just wore this hat because I wanted to wear red today. It is my Algonquin hat. I've got my Algonquin mug. And, Trent Swanson really and Gabe do not need any. They don't need any help with filling up their races. They have a lot of races down in the Delmarva area, and they do a great job with it. But when the race season, and this is what we're talking about today, which is kind of when the race season is over, what's next? And when the race season is over for me, which it just wrapped up the other weekend with the Wild Goose, then I set my sights on getting ready for me, my first race. For most people, it's in the spring. For me, my first big race that I focus on is in early February. And so I try to wrap up a little bit early. In August is usually my last race. I get ready for February. I'm trying to get my head in the right space because I hopefully will get into the Duck 100K. Registration isn't open yet, but I'm in the Algonquin 50K. You have to register for that first and then the Duck. But anyway, hat, mug, I'm trying to get my head ready for February.
If you want to really get your head ready and your legs ready for February, I'm going to stick with the same type of format, kind of. It's a fat ass event, but the Big Woods 50K in December is a great one. I'm going to throw that out there. French Creek State Park.
Huh? 50K. I know there's the Big Woods half marathon. This is different.
No. This is like you have to know certain people. Shh, don't tell anybody.
I have to know?
Me. I'm telling you're lucky you know me.
I just have to know you? Well, that's not.
No, it's more Becky. Becky's the one that really likes going to it. I like going to it. It bothers me. It's on Sundays and I have to drive 4 hours home. But no, I'll get you the details. It's a great event. It is fat ass, and they try to keep
details.
Well, they try to keep the numbers pretty low because if it gets too high, obviously they can't do it fat ass style anymore.
Right.
But yeah, it is a fun day, and Becky would be happy to have you join her on those trails. Fun, super fun. I can't believe you never heard of it. Andy Steyer, all that. Anyway,
he might have told me about it. There's a lot of fun stuff over the winter, I think, to keep moving.
Yeah, there is.
We can talk about that. But let's first off, you had a solid weekend at the front of the pack at the Call of Wilds 50K.
Yeah, on Sunday at the 50K race, and there's also a 25K race, and there's a 5 miler on Saturday. It's called a Mountainfest weekend of sorts. Yeah, it was a good day. Saturday was the Little Pine 5 miler. That is like the ultimate. intro to trail running. If you've never ran trails, that's the event you want to go to. And the one of the bigger positives about it is kids are free, like 14 and under is free. So, if you are a trail runner and your kid isn't, this is another great one to get them involved. There's a whole bunch of other kids there, so they feel comfortable, and won't kick their butt too much. It's a beautiful, like this weekend, the leaves up here in North Central PA are like, oh, I mean,
what do they like? Wait, what do they like?
Oh, like, I think I did that right, but yeah, it was gorgeous. It
was perfect.
It was a little on the windy side, but you can't control that. But yeah, it was. I think everybody that was at the event, Saturday or Sunday, will agree that this had to be like the prime weekend up here for leaf peeping.
Yeah, I've had some friends do the Little Pine 5-miler. They love it. They love the vibe. And I've heard that it's a lot of fun running with the kids because they have a lot of joy. Half of them go out too fast and then they walk and then they run again. And so I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. I mean, we should probably plug Revive Gear. I just bought some stuff from Revive Gear. Was that a fly? Did you catch it?
Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, I missed. I never get them.
That's all right. So,
yes, definitely plug Revive Gear because they provide the free entry for the children for these races. And I mean, it's huge. I mean, that's a great deal for any family or, to come out and have a good, fun day.
Yeah, and they have great gear. I have a lot of their stuff. I just bought a couple of things too because my Jason's birthday is coming up, and so I bought a couple because they have some bike stuff too, some mountain biking stuff, mountain biking gear. So I grabbed a couple of things for him for his birthday, and happy to help support kids getting into trail running and making it cost effective. It can be expensive when everybody in the family is running. I know you don't know anything about that. I don't know how you do it.
No, it definitely does get expensive. And I'll plug another one, Tyadotten Trail Challenge, which is coming up here in November, beginning of November. That is a amazing 10K or half marathon trail race in Waterville, PA, along Pine Creek, and they also offered 50% off for kids 14 and under. Which again, when you have a family and two girls that want to run, it's like yes. Thank you for that. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool thing that I've talked about other race directors with what they do. I know that Kim Levinsky does a family discount for Sasquatch trail running. I'm just throwing that out there. But anywho, Call the Wilds. I didn't look a whole lot at the race results. I just saw that somebody got on the podium, and lots of my friends were out there for the 25K and the 50K. So how did it shake out?
Yeah, I want to give the shout outs where shout outs are deserved for one.
Let's do it. Shout out.
The 25K, Reagan McCoy, who is a stud among studs up here in the North Central region. He destroyed it. I didn't write the times down, but he came away with first place in the 25K. After Eastern States, I was told that he won Eastern States 100 this year, and that was his last ultra for the year. So I respect him for keeping to his thoughts of training wise and sticking with sub ultra and destroying this race. Let's see, Michaela Ingalls. She was the 25K female winner. I do not know her personally. I don't know if you know her, but she's a stud. And then in the 50K, my boy and supporter of the Running Mullet, Gabe Batdorf, destroyed it. Hey, he just said, hey, guys, look at that. 5:15 he ran. And if anybody who's done 50Ks of these trail races, any of these trail races up here, Green Monster, Heiner, or Call of the Wilds, Call of the Wilds is the hardest. I would fight somebody that disagrees with me, I think. I mean, I'd probably lose that fight, but, physically, because I'm not strong. Mentally, I might win. But anyway, Gabe ran a 5:15, and that's really, really good. And these couple of people in the past, James Weaver ran a sub 5 last year. Ben Robinson ran a 4:30 something a couple years ago. those times are mind-blowing, Grace. Mind-blowing for that course, in my opinion. I know there's always different levels, but these dudes are incredible. And Gabe's right up there with him with a 5:15 in my book. He ran a great race and stuck to his plan, and it worked out. So congratulations, Gabe. And our girl Erica ran away with another female 50K, or she just won, Boulder Beast a couple weeks ago.
Win.
Just came
2
away
wins.
Yep. So congratulations to Erica. Funny story real quick. I'm at the finish line. I did finish ahead of her, which at this point, like, that's a win for me. She came in a couple minutes later and we were all cheering, excited for her. And she's smiling and happy. And she sits down and gets a drink and stuff. And then she's talking about how this other girl, she passed her and this girl hadn't come in yet or something or other. But anyway, Erica had raced this one girl for like the back half of the race. And for those that don't know, the 25K and the 50K meet up halfway through the races and kind of run together to finish the race. Mm-hmm. Kind of a long story short, Erica was racing a 25K female, thinking that she was a 50K, and thinking that this girl was ahead of her and passed her and won. And turns out Erica won the 50K and she didn't even know it until that point.
Oh, Erica.
I love that girl. She's the greatest. So yeah, she's running very strong these days. It's fun to watch.
She is, and let's just say this right now. Erica Lubera is our guest next week. What?
Yeah, I gotta talk about books. I need to start reading, I think.
I am so excited for next week. So Erica Lubera, you have to tune in next week. We are going to, Erica and I, and baby Eric will give you all of the running and hiking book recommendations. So we're going to talk about running books. We're going to talk about hiking books. Just real quick, because you didn't ask me about my weekend. I didn't
have a chance to yet.
I know. There's so many things to talk about with Call of the Wilds. I'm not being fair because we need to have a solid amount, but I'll just be very quick. My friend Lacey and I went on a 12-hour walk. We both read this book called The 12-Hour Walk, where you literally just walk out your door and walk around for 12 hours. And we did that, and it was so much fun. It ended up being a 13-and-a-half-hour walk, but still, we had a lot of fun with it. I think Lacey doesn't realize that the two of us are in a book club together, and we read that book and had a lot of fun with it. That was our weekend.
Okay, I'm glad.
And we're going to talk about books next week with Erica. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Thanks. That was a little detour. Went the wrong way.
We went the wrong way for a little bit. We're back.
Yeah, let's go back to talking about me. You wanted to talk about me.
I do want to talk about you.
I didn't even get to that point yet, and then you went off on talking about yourself. It's funny how I just want to point that out. What happened there?
I totally did, and it was awesome.
Back to me. Thanks for asking, Grace. I had a great day. It was a really good day. Especially, I don't feel like I was trained at all for such an event. I can do the miles and I know the distance, but I just kind of went out and moderated my effort and tried to stay consistent throughout it. And I was really happy with how I felt. So
yeah. As a back-to-back runner, what I love hearing is when people who podium say, I didn't really train and I was just having fun.
Yeah, I know. And I went into that race.
Sorry.
But that's why it was so fun, is because I didn't freak out at the beginning. I didn't go out too hot and burn up. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, there was Justin Beatty. I don't think he watches. I don't know if he watches the show or not. I hope he listens to it. Whatever. He lives in Williamsport. He's a friend of mine. He's a very good runner. He loves trails. But anyway, this was his first 50K, and we went out kind of together at the beginning after Gabe just took off. I mean. It was like, okay, Gabe, see you later. And I knew that was going to happen, and he ran great. But anyway, Justin and I were running together for the first couple miles and talking about cross-country season. His boys in cross-country and my girls are. But he said that his birthday was on Tuesday, tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And he said for his birthday, this was his gift to himself. The race itself was his gift to himself. I was like, oh, that's cool. And we talked a little about it. And then he took off up the first climb stronger than I wanted to go because I was kind of playing it safe. And so I let him go. And I'm in the dark by myself already. And I got thinking about it. I'm like, boy, that's a really good way of thinking about, it's a gift. This is a gift. It's not something I have to be here. It's something I choose to be doing.
Right.
And I know this is all common sense stuff, but it's something that I personally have to remind myself sometimes when I get too serious into these races that like I get to be out here right now, doing this climb and killing myself. It was my choice. So I'm going to treat this is like a gift for me today. And it kind of stuck with me all day and really kept me I know we've talked about my mindset a lot lately. It kept me in a really happy mindset. And I don't know, a little differently than some races I've done lately. So it's cool to feel that way. And every time, I did get tired, obviously, but every time I got tired, I thought, this is still just a gift and keep doing what I'm doing. So, I thanked them for it after the fact. Cause like a lot of these things, we all have conversations with people on the trails and a lot of times they're pretty deep. I hope everybody has a pretty deep conversation with somebody on a trail. Sometimes it's easy to do in a race or just a training run or whatever. It's a good time to do it. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people can open up more on a trail when you're staring at somebody's butt for 4 hours or vice versa,
Yeah.
But I made sure to tell him, how much it helped me yesterday just because I felt like he needed to know. So it was a cool little interaction and I'm glad it happened. So Justin, if you are listening, happy birthday tomorrow, by the way. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he listens to this tomorrow. There's so much to unpack there. I'm really excited that you had a good race. I'm really excited that you got to see it as a gift.
Yeah.
And I also just want to throw out there, and I'm excited that you got the gift of this little piece of wisdom from a friend, and you were able to thank them. And I think that's something that we should all practice. And I might remind you that my gift to myself almost 4 years ago was joining in a little race at somebody's house. It was my birthday. It was my birthday when I did an idiot race, and I felt so good about myself. It was my longest time on feet ever. And it was just an amazing day. It was my longest distance ever at that point, at that time in my life. And that was a gift to me. So thank you.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's another good example of what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's just easy to get caught up in stuff and not really step back and look at the big picture, I guess.
Yeah.
Not to be cheesy, but
yeah, I was at the gym today, and because I'm in my off season, I'm building, so I'm heading back to the gym. I was at the gym today and I was talking to a friend at the gym, and he's more of a gym rat. He did his first half marathon. There were a lot of races this weekend, including the end of the road half marathon. And he did his first half marathon. I had some friends running it. And so I had looked at the results, and he finished in the top 20 for his first half. And I shot him a quick message and said, congratulations. And then I saw him today and I said, are you going to do another one? Cause he's not a runner. That's not his primary sport. This was his first time ever running a race. And I said, are you going to do another one? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing another one. And he started talking about, doing a full marathon and all that. And he knows that I do crazy distances. And I'm like, oh yeah, you do 100. And he's like, maybe. And he said, I really just enjoyed the training. And I think that's one of the tickets is if you love the training, if you enjoy the training, then the race is just a bonus. It's, but I think more appropriately, like you said, the race itself is a gift. The training, if you can love the training, and maybe you don't love it every day, but if you really enjoy that escape and getting out there, then the race just becomes a gift.
Yeah, I guess the other side of that for myself is leading up to this. I'll even say, okay, before Canada, but we'll just use Canada as the starting point is my fall has been very busy, and not to come up with excuses, but I coach cross country. Both my daughters run cross country. They practice all week long. Then they've had quite a few races on Saturdays, which are for me long run days, Grace. That's my long run morning. So that gets screwed up. Hunting season is starting, which is non-existent for me because of that. But I still want to get out for that. So a lot of those things, like I've been signed up for Call of the Wilds for several weeks, I guess, but there was no, in my head, training for it. I was getting miles whenever I could, mostly flat miles in the morning, no gain, no vert. And that's okay. Like I'm okay with that. But going into that, it's like, well, my training did suck. This race is going to show how much my training didn't pan out and this and that. And then finally I got to the point, I was like, well, let's see how it goes. And again, the whole gift comment was like, well, so what that I didn't train? I'm still here. I'm still out here I was by myself the whole time. Didn't talk to many people besides Justin, but still got to see my people afterwards, and see my wife and kids part way through at different aid stations and stuff. So it was cool.
Beautiful leaves. Yeah, I love that. And so I think the other piece of my conversation with my friend today was like just remembering how cool it is when you first get into running and you have this whole world open to you. Oh man, I miss that.
It's a honeymoon. I have a lot we could have about that and running. It's a marriage, and starts out as honeymoon, and it's all great, and then there's some rough patches. There always are. Yep. It's Clayton Bouchard referenced that in running once to me. He said, Eric, it's just like a marriage, and I think that's a very good analogy. Honestly, for a lot of people. If you love it from day one and never stop loving it, that's fine. But there's always times that you struggle for one reason or another, I think, in running. And you
might have some other relationships at the same time, with mountain biking or triathlon.
Then you got to prioritize and find time. That's not the road I was going down, Grace. But
I like it.
No, but it's all good. So that was it for me for the year. Becky and I were talking on the way home. Like, that's it for us as far as racing goes, which is cool.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of other big races out there. Rim to River is one of the last ones out there.
Next weekend.
There's a few hanging out there this weekend, next weekend. And then there's a couple of December races, but for the most part, all of the big races that people would call their fall race are about wrapped up. And it's time to, I think one of the fun things about being in a training block where you don't have a race right around the corner is that there's a lot of fun races over the winter season. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. The Naked Series, the Winter Series, the Frozen Foot Series, Frozen Snot. Like there's a lot of cool stuff happening over the winter time that are fun.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I did sign up for Frozen Snot, so that's going to be my next one, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah. But as far as we can transition into, the fall race season coming to a close and what to do after that, I don't think we need to dive too deep into it here. But like my thoughts, I was having this conversation with Lauren. She's districts is this Thursday, and hopefully she does good enough at that to make it to States possibly next weekend. Then it's over, her cross country season. But she's already talking about next year and things like that. And, her and I pretty much agreed, well, let's push each other to cross train more this winter, because we both need it. I need it. I'm just like most people. I know I need to, but I don't find the time for it. I'd rather run, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully that's our plan, is to motivate each other to do all the cross training things that we should be doing in the first place, going into the fall and winter season, first off.
Yeah. I love heading into this time of year. I love coaching this time of year as people are coming out of their big races. And this is when I get to hit the gym. I love hitting the gym. We still have a couple more weeks of mountain biking that I'm trying to get in, but I'm gonna head into the gym. I'm shooting for 4 days a week.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's no way I could get that off. I'm more talking about even like resistance band stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff.
Core training, you
Yep.
know, your basic stuff, resistance band stuff. We do have a climber downstairs, so hopefully utilize the crap out of that.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff where, you know, if you're willing to put in the time, you can come out on the other side, meaning springtime, a totally different person, but you got to be willing to grind it out through the winter.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's ways you can make it fun. I mean, there's other challenges too, just like hitting the stair climber. I'm lucky in that my gym is less than a mile from my house. And it's in the same shopping complex as my grocery store. So it's like when I go to get groceries, I'm like, I should probably hit the gym too. So it's really easy for me to hop in there, do 10 minutes on the climber, go get some groceries. I think there's a lot of ways that you can sneak in some good strength training. Resistance bands are great. Did you ever try using sliders? I tell everybody about sliders.
No, I've used the ab roller. Have you ever used one of those suckers?
Yes.
The ab wheel?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Death.
I don't know how the people do it from a standing position. I've yet to master that.
Yeah.
But that's a really good one. Just a simple ab wheel.
Yeah. Some yoga, some yoga, sliders, resistance bands. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you can do over the summer. The next piece of gear that I am looking forward to buying, because I love wasting my money and getting into more debt on stuff that Facebook tells me to buy and Instagram tells me to buy. And have you ever do you know what a Nordic hamstring curl is?
No.
Nordic hamstring curl. Okay. So imagine, I know you know what this feels like. So imagine being on your knees. Okay.
That's a low blow. Oh, wait, no, it's not the word. I didn't mean that. That was mean. Okay.
You can imagine that in any way that you would like. So imagine being on your knees.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So imagine being on your knees and imagine somebody's holding onto your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to stay perfectly stick straight and go all the way down and come all the way back up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's a Nordic hamstring curl. So there's this thing on Facebook that you can put underneath your door jamb to hold on to your feet so that you can do a Nordic hamstring curl. And it only costs like, I don't remember, $25, something like that. It was cheap enough that I am definitely buying it. And I'm really excited to beef up those hamstrings. My hamstrings are going to be popping. Pow, pow.
I feel like you should stay off of like QVC and stuff.
Yeah,
because that's addicting, buying stuff off of there from what I hear. So you need to not go on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a tip for you. No, that's cool. Hamstring strengthening. Let me know how it goes. Well, there's got to be a way. I mean, yeah, you said you can somebody can hold your feet and do it, right? As long as they don't like that.
As long as they like you and they're not going to let go.
Right. Yeah, but I mean,
I think that all that to say, there's a lot you can do at home. There's a lot you can do at the gym, but now is a great time to even 10 minutes, man, you can do a whole lot for your hamstrings, for your quads as you head into spring season.
Yeah. Even daily push-up challenges, you know, they don't take long.
How many push-ups can you do?
Like now?
Prove it.
No, this is the stuff I need to get back into. Like I used to be really, really, really good at it. And it just falls by the wayside.
Yeah.
Same with pull-ups and things like that. Yeah. I got to get back to it, and hopefully, you know, having two girls, 3 girls, a wife and 2 girls, that hopefully we can make some fun challenges. That's what I'm hoping for, you know, this winter to make that part of it easier.
All right. Well, share your challenges because I have no one in my home to have challenges with. So I'm gonna join in. Let me know what they are, and I'll do them. Wall sits are. I don't do enough wall sits. They're
hard. They make me cry. Planks are amazing.
Yeah. How long can I wall sit? I don't know how long I can wall sit. I should know this because
One of these next episodes, we'll just do the show wall sitting and see, and we'll just keep track.
That's a great idea. I can probably wall sit a long time. I love quad workouts.
I bet I can wall sit longer than your long time.
I bet my sissy squats are better than yours.
Whatever. Let's get back to the show. Anyway, how to stay accountable, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about tonight, Grace? And look, listen, there's what? Go ahead.
You know what? No, I don't want to go now.
All right.
I do. So you just said how to stay accountable. And I think, one of the other things is stay accountable. And Schaefer put this into the chat, joining a challenge. And you do a challenge over kind of the winter season. There's a lot of challenges out there, too. Those are super fun to do at this time of year.
Yeah, the run challenge he was referring to was kind of Becky's brainchild, I think. Oh boy, 5 years ago maybe. But it's pretty simple, from Thanksgiving Day to New Year's Day. Yeah, I said that right. Is a run streak challenge. I think we do it a little differently every year, but basically the idea is to get your butt out there for at least a mile. That's what it is. It's to lock yourself into whatever distance you think you can handle daily. So if you think you can do a 5K every day, well, that's your challenge, and stick to it. And it's a group, the Run for Life group motivates each other and stuff like that. If you only want to do a mile, walk a mile every day, well then great. Like, lock yourself in, commit to it, and get it done.
Yeah.
So it is a way over the beginning of winter to stay motivated.
Yeah, and I like that one too because it's pretty open to interpretation. And I don't do run streaks, but I will do activity streaks. I think just movement every day. So last year I committed to 30 minutes a day, and that was a lot of fun to do. So I will probably join in again with a time activity streak.
Yeah,
maybe it's
a good point. The streak thing is, everybody has their different opinions on it. I think the idea of the challenge is to make everybody realize that even though it's dark out, you can do that thing. Even though it's snowing out, you can go do that thing because it only takes 10 minutes. Even though it's raining out, you can do the thing because you committed to this challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don't
keep doing the thing if you are injured.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's not, obviously, there's no winner of this thing. It's all just, we're just trying to keep each other motivated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the activity streak is a good point, and we can definitely include that in the rules of the challenge.
Yeah.
But that's all it is. It's a challenge. It's a personal challenge for yourself and for you to motivate others.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right. Listen, we have 19 people watching us right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
There's a challenge for me to do a wall sit right now.
Enough with your wall sits.
There's stuff in my way, though.
We're not doing it right now. We're doing it together.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah. There was 7 people that said they're going to watch this show. Okay. So here, you say I always get worried about the people watching, but I'm bribing people to get other friends to watch our show. If you do any kind of sharing of the Facebooks, book faces, or Instagrams of our show, I'll give you the sticker and something else that he'll
kiss the sticker before he puts it into the envelope.
Oh,
he'll give it a little smooch.
I'm desperate. I'm giving away stuff at this point. I'll leave it at that. Stuff. So the sticker is number one.
Okay.
And then stuff. But we need the people. When we start this show, Grace, I want like 4,000. Let's say 4,000 people watching. I want that.
All right.
It's gonna
maybe
it's gonna happen.
Maybe look pretty for it. Maybe that'll help. Put a little bow in your beard.
Listen, it's like you know what I'm gonna say. I'm cutting this off.
Are you?
It's happening. It's happening. I don't know when. It's happening real soon. But
Ooh.
I think what I want to do, and this was through the advice of John Schaefer, not advice, but he had a good point, is try to do a fundraiser for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that, I don't know how I'm going to do that. And I don't know if that means putting a weird design in my facial hair that I have to wear around, but I think the beard's going to come off.
Okay. We got to figure out what to do with it. I am open to suggestions, and I would like to hear everybody else's suggestion. Maybe a fundraiser to make it a specific color. That could be fun.
And maybe I should cut it off on the live show.
I think so. I think you absolutely should. That can bring some viewers.
I bet it'd be record live viewership.
I like it. Oh, so coming up, and we're trying to get ahead of ourselves a little bit, so you know who's coming up on the show.
Yeah.
Like I said, Erica Libera is next week. Talking about books, and then we have Marisa Kovac, one of the
Kovac.
two. Kovac.
I say Kovac.
I got the first name right, so
I'm proud of you. That's a good one.
thank
Yeah,
you.
and that's what I'm
Marisa-
talking about. Like that right there. We gotta. Well, how do you? I don't know how to work this camera there. Like we have.
You got to figure out how to work the camera before we get viewers.
I'm going to cover my face here. We are going to advertise them, I guess is the best word. We want to try to get the subject of the shows out as early as possible so that you people who want the stickers and stuff can send it out and spread the word like wildfire, right? I mean, that's the whole point here.
Don't call them you people.
Well, our friends. We want the subjects we have coming up to talk about need to be heard by a huge audience, and that's not being cocky. It's just important stuff, and we want our trail running people and road running people in general to hear it. So
I agree.
I'll send you a sticker. Just share the stuff.
Bring your friends.
Yeah.
Marisa is going to be on in 2 weeks, and I think that one's going to draw a crowd too. So I'm excited about that one. She's going to tell her story, and it's going to be a good one. So this is the time to bring your friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I'm thankful for the viewership that we have on this live show, and definitely thankful for the people that tune in podcast people, whatever you call them, podcasters. Pods.
Listeners. There are listeners.
Whatever. It's
Mulleteers.
Yeah. We're still working on getting some swag out.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's gonna happen. It's just we have lives. So, but we do have stickers right now. Bam, they're amazing stickers.
Yeah, amazing.
So let us know if you think you might want one of them, even if you're not going to share our stuff and be nice. I'll probably still send you one.
Yeah.
Or two.
Tell Eric that he is loved and you think his jokes are funny, and he'll send you a sticker.
Yeah, I got some good jokes. All right. What else? Anything else? What are you doing this weekend?
Let's see. I am helping with packet pickup for the York Roadrunners Club Winter Series. I'm excited about the series because I race direct one of the races. And so I'm doing that Saturday. That's all I got planned. I really got nothing happening.
Yeah,
Pretty excited about that. Actually, the weather is supposed to be, the forecast right now is a high of 78, 79. So probably going to be mountain biking with Jason.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty warm up here. Pretty warm up here this week. Are you even going to ask me what I'm doing, or do I have to just say it?
You have to just say it.
Okay.
You just have to go with it. You didn't ask me about my weekend, and now I'm going to not ask you about yours. Ready, set, go.
I don't really have much to say either. This is the actual free weekend. Next weekend's booked with States cross country meet in Hershey, hopefully next weekend. I would like to shout out to Casey, my youngest daughter. She had her last middle school race this past Saturday is a championship race in Lock Haven,
Uh-huh.
and she got 12th out of like 180 girls. So
Yay.
pretty solid for a first year in cross country. So it's pretty
Awesome job,
fun
Kate.
to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this weekend I don't know. I'm probably gonna try to go hunting a little bit on Saturday.
Nice.
Really run on Sunday. I don't know. Oh no, I know. You didn't ask me, but if you would ask me what I was doing this weekend, I would have said I have the Tioga Running Club's beer mile on Saturday.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It's a blast. Yeah, it really is.
Nice.
Drink a beer, run quarter mile. Drink a
Right.
beer, run quarter mile, so on and so forth till you puke or finish your mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun, super fun, and I highly suggest anybody who's interested in going to it. It's open to everybody. It's basically free. I think they have a donation jar, but you could come to our place and stay here, whatever. Yeah. It's not too late. Come on up.
Yeah.
That's my weekend. I should have Becky shave my beard off live. That's a good possibility. Let's get through. Let me savor this beauty I have on my face for not next Monday, not the following Monday. So 3 Mondays from now, maybe that show. If I'm up to it, I'll be ready to lose it.
Isn't that a thing for November? No, is it? No, it's No Shave November.
I'm going the opposite route, I guess. What? And I would not like to go clean shaven, so I'm still talking about maybe a goatee or a short beard, but
there's so many options.
Yeah, so what I need everybody to do is I'm down. I don't care. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Okay. It's time.
Yeah, we need suggestions from the crew on what Eric should do with his beard.
I hope you think that's why people watch is just to see the beard?
I mean, it's why I come on the show.
So like that show, like, what if no one comes on anymore?
I'm done. If you get rid of the beard, I'm done.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Put a fake one on, like Santa.
Yeah, I just put the mullet on.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Grace. Well, that was a good show. I look forward to the books show. What are we calling that next week? Books and magazines. Mm-hmm. I'll get reading in the next week, and you guys are going to be blown away. I'm not going to be a third wheel, Grace. I will not be a third wheel in this literature episode.
Awesome. It's the book. It's reading. It's our Reading Rainbow episode.
Okay. I have books. You didn't say anything that they had to be running books, did you?
Yeah, well, I did. I said running and hiking.
Oh. All right. I'll figure it out. It'll be a good one, though. I can't wait to have Erica on.
Yeah.
And make sure you spread the word who we're having on the next 2 weeks, people.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I can't wait to talk about running books, hiking books, and also just books that are really helpful for training too. Training plus stories. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
Oh, and I also still want to read race reviews. I want to read race reviews. I want to have special little episodes of the Running Mullet Chronicles. And it's going to be me reading people's race reviews so that you can hear them while you're listening to the podcast. You don't have to read them. But I need race reviews to read. And I have, like, nobody's sending me anything. I got really not a lot of, I got a lot of people who told me it's a good idea, and then nobody sends me their race reviews. So
we gotta work on trying to expand our search area. Like East Coast Trail and Ultra Runners, we should probably make a post on there. Just, hey, anyone didn't have to describe it. Just if you have a race report, please send it to me.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I really want to read people's race reviews. It would make me very happy.
Okay.
Thank you.
It'll make her very happy. So just do it. Send it.
Please and thank you.
maybe there will be one this weekend from Call of the Wilds. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. All right, Grace. I'll see you next week for the literature episode.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, if you listen to the podcast, like and comment on it. I think it helps us. Still haven't figured out how it helps us, but everybody says it helps us. So like, comment, share. I got a stack of stickers. So if I see you doing it, I'm going to message you for your address so I can send you a sticker with a kiss on it. And I don't know, maybe a Snickers bar or something too. Who knows? You will get something though. Just show me that you're trying. Okay. That's all I ask, Grace, is that you show me that you're trying. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you next week for number 35. Cue the exit music.
Woo!
You. No, you have. Remember bounce. No. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.